trying to be Christian right now, but I'm angry, mad at the fact adult women are rejecting me like crazy. I deserve love. I deserve the right woman to marry and go on with. Women have no fucking right to reject me just because they think I did on kids.
The most perfect storm of edginess, cringe, and teenage angst graced us in the late 2000s and early 2010s. The black hair, black clothes, raw XD, Hot Topic kids we knew as emos. Though the style, like many others, has gone through its evolutions and phased out, it still has a fond place in many a millennial's heart. It's fun to point back at your 2007's old self and laugh a little bit, but also enjoy the sense of comfort you found during those times, reliving memories and general good old nostalgia. As a ghost that's been around for a few centuries, I've seen my fair share of trends and maybe participated in some. There may or may not be some embarrassing selfies and drawings that embody the 2009 emo for me, but as these things tend to be, the time goes on and your tastes may change. I think it will always be a tiny part of us though. But imagine what it would be like to capture the essence of the 2007 16-year-old who spent their allowance on Hot Topic clothes and piercings in the modern 2020s era of influencers on TikTok. Good news! You don't have to imagine, because we have Brootal, a real-life emo who acts and dresses just like a real emo because that's who he really is. He is not a poser. A true, dark, handsome emo boy in the year 2025. I need you to experience this with me because my hairline went back a full inch, my bills became unpaid, my imaginary cup of milk has curdled. If I had a pearl necklace, I would be clutching it. Where you think you will be watching a precious homage to a decade or so ago becomes progressively more cursed. Hello everybody! I wanted to share this with you the moment it graced my eyeballs and earballs. If you've already heard of this guy, I want you to pretend you haven't and give me your raw reaction. This is kind of a lolcow topic, I guess, but I don't want this to seem like it's like a call out or anything. I'm not dishing out any hot new details on this fella. I just want to yap to you about it. Don't harass him, please. What we say over tea stays over tea. Yeah? Okay. Buckle in. So this fella, Brandon Brootal, started out innocently enough. Supposedly he kept living on the dream, having a MySpace until 2019. MySpace and 2019 being in the same sentence is already absolutely incredible. Side note, I wish we had something today that captured the same kind of vibes that MySpace in like 2007 had. Regardless, any whoosies, this guy is like a person who existed in that era of time and was just cryogenically frozen up until recently, but like his body is still aged. A really important feature of this dark prince is that he is, as of today, 35. Yes, you heard me right, 35. Rocking the look, the vibes, and the maturity to tie it all together. What can you glean from this, you may ask? Oh, maybe that emo never dies, or something. Couldn't be that bad, right? No harm in an elder emo, even though that's not what elder emo means. Our emo legend started with creating a TikTok in April of 2020, as many of us did around the time, with his first video of him just lip syncing. Good old Knives and Pens by Black Veil Brides. It didn't do too bad though, getting over 200,000 views and 8,000 likes. Most of the comments were just kind of picking fun at the 2009 emo vibes this video exudes, but they weren't necessarily mean yet. He didn't post again until March of the next year, just making a goofy little video, and from there seemed to start making regular content. He would post his lip syncing videos, his own original rap.
Gotta be real, cause caring what they think isn't something to steal, ain't gonna.
His version, I guess, of emo memes.
Got my side part straightened. My skin is just tight. They say it's the way they were back in 2008. Oh my hip!
Actual singing.
When I was a young boy, my father took me into the city. I see a marching band. Nobody knows you know when you died in LA. And nobody knows.
Stuff of the like. Some people would poke a little fun at the cringe, but for the most part, the support was more on his side. People generally found his stuff to be kind of wholesome. This was until he posted a strange video.
You want to be my friend, you have to be 18 and up. You want to date me, you have to be 21 and up. Why? Because I'm not no Davy Vanity.
Okay, sure. Fair enough. I mean, fair. This would go under the radar in terms of his TikTok following, but bro has to take a stance and prove he is not a minor enjoyer. He says people in his town don't understand that, which raises an eyebrow as to why, but ultimately it was swept under the rug for the time being. For those of you who may be unfamiliar, Davi is this disgusting freak from the really god-awful band Blood on the Dance Floor, who has done some pretty horrific and disgusting things to underage girls. This is the guy who allegedly had an inappropriate relationship with 11-year-old Jessie Slaughter. Yes, Jessie Slaughter, where the consequences will never be the same, and because I've backtraced it, memes originated. He is really, really foul and disgusting, and is a comparison people draw, especially in the alternative communities, of a young child enjoyer. To put it nicely, Brandon making this video isn't really an issue, but it's one of those things where you just go, why did he feel the need to make this? Again, it was kind of not a big deal at the time, so we'll hang on to this for now. Couldn't possibly be foreshadowing. Other than that, wholesome. Or at least as wholesome as this sort of vibe could be. You just had this fella living his emo life, singing and screaming into hair straighteners and monster cans, lip syncing to emo classics, sometimes even posting motivational vids about being yourself.
Came here to say it's better to be real and be hated by everyone than to be loved for being fake.
He even had some viral hits with his Getting Stuck in the Rain video hitting 1 million views, for instance.
When you do your eyeliner and flatten your hair, but you get caught in the rain because the rain comes out of nowhere, you don't have an umbrella.
The account itself had over 1 million followers. But for those of you who are listening and maybe cannot see, let me paint a picture of this guy for you. Actually, I'm struggling to come up with words because I don't want to be mean. Beyond the obvious of like band t-shirts, skinny jeans, the studded belt and side swept, dyed black emo cut, he is really something. Imagine a like 6'3" guy who is underweight. His head is really long and skinny. The hair makes it look worse, which is awfully odd of me to say because I've always liked fellas with slightly longer hair, but like instead of framing his face, the hair at the sides just kind of hangs there and leaves a gap between his cheeks, and it makes his head look even longer. He has really, really intense brows accentuated by makeup. I think he puts eyeshadow over them or dyes them and makes them darker, and they are just intense. Speaking of eyeshadow, bro does wear makeup, unironically. Not just like eyeliner and eyeshadow to make his eyes look dark and spoopy, but like he wears foundation. It absolutely does not save his skin though. But the most noticeable feature of him beyond like the overall look is his mouth. Bro is teeth. Bro is always teeth. His mouth is kind of always open. Mouth bones constantly exposed to the elements. I genuinely do not know how to say this nicer, but he's horse-coated. I've heard of people supposedly having horse faces, but I've never seen someone more horse-adjacent in my entire life. Extremely long face, big-ass chompers out. Though he's horse-maxing unintentionally, my friends and I refer to him as a pickle guy. Simply because he looks like a pickle? Think Kevin the Cucumber even. Reason I bring this up is not just to diss the fella, but the importance of this handsome emo boy finding his emo bride. The perfect scene princess of his dreams. His account at this point is mostly W's, with people being supportive fans, some of his TikToks hitting a bit of virality, but IRL he is collecting L's.
Because I did come here to meet my friend at the mall. I guess I missed her. Because she messaged me saying she's gonna be there soon when I got there. And I was looking for her for a while. Still don't see her, but yeah, I do really miss her. I went inside the Waffle House to get some sweet tea. And I cried there a little bit. And also cried in the Waffle House parking lot where I last saw my friend, where I hugged her before. Years ago, but yeah.
Occasionally in his more personal vlog style TikToks, he vents and cries about rejection or not being able to find a girlfriend in his town. Speaking of his town, he likes to slip in mention of his town having rumors about him.
I have to say this again, because people in my town don't understand. I'm only friends with people who are about, 18 and up, and I only date women who are 21 and up, basically. 20 maybe, but 21 and up, preferably. So, but just wanted to say that because the people in my town don't think so. I do not like kids. I do not go for anyone under 18. The people in my town are stupid. So, basically, they don't get it. So, I'm not really attracted to anyone under 18. It's got to be like at least 20. But preferably 21 and over, basically. 18 only be friends with someone, but dating is like 21 and up. 20 maybe, but 21 and up, basically. So, they gotta get it. But anyway, I had to say that.
Never elaborating, just mentioned that he gets upset at what his town thinks about him. He ended up quitting his job, sourcing the things they say about me as the reason. You are left to kind of assume it's because of his looks or something, but in reality, it's much worse. In November of that year, still 2021, he would post a final video to that account.
Everyone, there's some stuff went around that made me look bad, made it hard to get emo girlfriend, but I do feel really lonely, like I really want an emo girlfriend to grow old and happy with, but I'm gonna keep my head up. I'm gonna find that one girl for me one day. So
it's not the fit. It's not the aforementioned face card we were talking about. It's the stuff that went around. We keep alluding to something going on behind the scenes, but still at this point, no one really noticed. He would just refer to them as rumors. There wasn't any sign of any real rumors on the internet side of things, and people were, for the most part, supportive. People were rooting for him. 2 days later, he would post to a new account explaining he lost access to the previous one due to a forgotten password. He would go back to his normal postings, lip syncing, and all of that. He would keep going until January of 2022 when he would just stop posting. Dropped off the face of the earth. Bro simply effed off without a word. Not even a clue. Fans were getting concerned. A video of him would surface on a random Instagram account that didn't seem like it had anything to do with him, claiming it came straight from his camera roll, potentially giving us a clue of what was going on.
In this video to say thank you for everyone supporting me, and I just did something that I'm probably not going to be here anymore for, because I just I did something, and I don't think I'm going to be living anymore, so I'm so sorry about that. I mean, I don't care that my teeth are dirty, I'm about to die. Yeah, I'm so sorry, everyone. I'm not going to be alive anymore, I don't think, today, so but thank you, everyone. I love all of you. And if my friend Cadis is seeing this, you mean a lot to me and everything. And I just want to say, everyone, thank you for supporting me, because I had a huge fear of the unpardonable sin. I started not being able to sleep, which really scared me. So now I've done something, and I don't think I'm gonna be here anymore. But I love you all.
I just want to ask, what do you think that this means? According to most people watching, they took this as him claiming he's done something irrevocable, deserving of a self-unaliving. He does not really divulge in any details, so this is the best we get. It seemed like a sewer slide, to put it in YouTube acceptable terms, and people were thinking he was gone. People were genuinely hurt and broken by this, leaving comments and support as they could. News articles picked this up, some going as far as to say they spoke with his family. They claimed the Instagram video was posted by family who would continue to upload a backload of his videos to keep his memory alive. Well, in February, after people found and were reaching out to Brandon's supposed mother, she had claimed that he was in fact alive but in need of prayers. These goofy-ass news articles apparently made shit up, which is incredibly wild. Those fools saw dollar signs and nothing else, which is kind of gross. Anywhoosies, whatever happened to Brandon was never really fully explained as far as I am aware. As I understand it, he took too much of a medication and thought he wasn't going to make it. Some say it's an accident, some said he did it on purpose. I don't know. Where he was when he wasn't posting wasn't ever mentioned, but to me, I assumed like a rehab. I'm not sure what the deal was precisely, but the emo prince would come back streaming to Instagram in February. He wouldn't come back to TikTok until April, just going back to his usual as if nothing happened. Not a thing. With our king of emails back into the swing of things, some articles were still claiming he was gone. This alleged passing really took his niche corner of the internet by storm, with people making tribute vids, some even clocking over 100,000 views like themselves. Absolutely wild stuff. But he kept on going, making his emo content. In between his regular stuff, he would make it absolutely clear that his number one goal, his number one dream in this life is to find the emo girlfriend for him, to get married and to grow old with. One goal, his edgy waifu for life. January 1st, the new year of 2023, he posts a video.
Hey everyone, I'm making this a video about, I guess, me not feeling good. Okay, the problem is I live in an area where there's barely any gothic people or barely any emo people at all. So it's not very alternative where I live, unfortunately. And it feels isolating and everything, and it feels like lonely because I don't have anyone really to relate to hang out with and stuff, because there is no goths around here at all. There's not even emos around here either, so that's really stinks. But
let me give my 2 cents. As someone who used to live in the South and someone who probably would be considered alternative, he lives in Charlotte, North Carolina, and I will at least tip my buns in support towards the fact that, he's in the South, and most people in the South are, especially older people, tend to be more conservative leaning or old-fashioned. I could perhaps give him that. However, everything else is in his favor. Charlotte is a major city with a population of almost 1 million. I consider where I live to be, frankly, quite bumpin', but the population comes nowhere near as close. I'm sure if you really look, go to bars and events and such, you could definitely meet alternative people. But he has a couple of issues that may be hindering him. 1, his creepazoid factor, which we'll touch back on. And 2, alternative scenes have kind of changed, as they tend to be more popular with younger people. You are either hunting for elder emos or goths who are way more toned down or changed styles by now, most likely, or you're looking for kids. Chances are the kids are different. You may have more luck looking for e-girl or G-like than scene emo at this point. The thing with looking for that is, again, young people, 15 to 25 range average. Of course, there are adults and older people into that, but they might be harder to find. The biggest problem he is having is that people his age tend to not care so deeply what they and their friends look like. The stereotypes and terms that define you so tightly when you're 13 doesn't mean much when you are 30. It just doesn't. Some alt adult ladies dress up sometimes and some don't. They don't need to prove who they are. They don't need the full look every day. Proving who they are at 30 isn't really necessary because, they don't need to prove who they are. They don't care. Somebody at that age who does care carries with them a huge red flag at all times. What you are telling people is you are stuck in the mindset of an edgy teen and you never matured beyond that. It's like he never escaped his teenage years. He spouts the same kind of stuff people used to do back in 2008. These things just don't matter to people anymore, especially not people his age. At this age, women are looking for stability, a protector, someone they can share life with happily and comfortably, not a little piece of edgy arm candy. Miraculously, around Valentine's Day, bro finally scored. He manifested his all-time big dream, a long-distance relationship with a girl named Sammy, who was so dreamy and perfect because she DoorDashed him chocolates. Around this time, the trolls would pick up pace, taking over more so than fans, though he still had a dedicated following. But people were starting to learn of him and kick back and enjoy the show. You guys, this was all before the controversy. Yes, the controversy. What controversy, you may ask? In May of 2023, a Facebook account called Exposing the Exposed made a post about our emo king Brandon. In the comments was a video with screenshots of Brandon allegedly having a conversation with someone claiming to be a minor. It starts off with them chatting about gummies or something, with him shortly rejecting her because he finds out through her profile that she's a minor. Thank God! In an ideal world where people use common sense, this is where things would have ended. But that's not the world we live in. He continues chatting. He does push back at first, claiming he isn't like Davi Vanity and doesn't become friends with minors as a 34-year-old. The minor persists, saying, "I won't tell anyone if you won't," which opens the damn floodgates. The training wheels are coming off. The emo Rizzler is here. I mean, you are really a cute emo chick, XD. He asked for pictures and not just selfies with, and this is a direct quote, less clothing. Naughty pictures, XD. The minor gets nervous and says, "I don't know." And bro hits her with the manipulative groomer standard. "It's okay, just forget I said anything. I'll just go." "Okay, sir, give her the bait, make her feel bad for you. We are throwing that pity party for news from a teen." Wait, that is until he sprinkles on afterwards an additional, "I'm not a foul though, by the way. I'm a 34 grown man." 34 grown man. He is not a though, guys. Source, trust him, bro. The pity party works though because the minor says, "No, it's fine, Brandon, here, hee hee," and drops a pic. A naughty pic. Cringe, 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 oh help me, Lord. You're a hot emo girl of my dreams, XD. You're wrong, you're, again, real though, right? I don't want to be like Davi Vanity. Bro brings him up so much, I'm starting to think he's a fan. "Yes, I'm real, and don't worry, you won't be like Davi, silly. I'm almost 16, and my parents won't care. It's the legal age of consent. Ooh." "Okay, awesome, XD," he responds. "Your age don't bother me. Hopefully mine don't." She responds, "Nope, I like older guys." And he says, "And I like younger, XD. Help, 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 help." She says, "That's hot," and bro comes in swinging with, "Oh my it's hard, XD. It better be help! Help!" He asks for more of her, which in turn has her asking for one of him, which is something you'd probably expect from this situation. He promises he will in return of her sending more pictures and videos to him. God, I don't even want to read the next bit. Actually, I won't. All you need to know is the girl after a while is like, hello? Because he stopped responding to her. He responds with how his member just, coughed up, to put it in a PG way as best as I can, claims he will send one next time, or she could just wait to see it in person. The girl says, "Wow, really?" And he goes, "Yes, XD, it was hot," referring to him palm chucking his corn husk to her, and not the obvious reason of her not getting her promised pictures from him. And he goes, "Yeah, I'm sorry, it will be better in person. Plus, if you're not real, you can't use it against me." Nice ironclad thinking there, bro. If he doesn't send anything, then he can't get into any trouble. Well, that's when the girl reveals that she's in fact not real and blocks him. She was the catfish trying to catch him and got the bait they wanted. That in itself is kind of stinky because I think they took photos of a girl who didn't give them permission and she might have been an actual real minor, but regardless, Brandon was caught. He catches wind of this, as you may expect, and his response is to pull the "it was faked" line. Swapping between it was photoshopped, he was hacked, or the initial conversation was him in the beginning, but once things went a little awry, he was magically hacked and lost access to that Facebook. He threatened to block anyone who mentioned it or reposted it, not that I imagine that it did much to help him. It was clear bro was lying through his huge horse teeth. Sorry. His defense was to create a TikTok claiming he burst a nurse to a woman with big chesticles and therefore cannot be a pedo, because that's just how it works, guys. Simple math. He would vent about how he lost a friend because if anyone believes he would do anything like flirt with a minor, they are dumb, and Brandon can't be friends with dumb idiots. The controversy maybe got under his skin a bit. Just a teensy bit. Just a smidgen. He slowed his roll there for a minute, uploading only 2 videos that June. No worries though, Brandon Brootal enjoyers, because our boy would come back into the swing of things in July, sporting a fresh new look. He isn't the teenage angst Brandon Brootal anymore. He is the adult, refined, dignified, goth Brandon now. No more childish cringe Brandon, we've upgraded with mature tastes. No more young girl enthusiast Brandon, we've got the mature, huge honker partaker. Some people theorize he did this to kind of move away from his previous image to escape the allegations, but not sure if that's really working for him. Don't worry though, he hasn't lost sight of what really matters. His ultimate dream of finding an emo girlfriend. The finish line he will cross, the ends of earth to get to. No idea what happened to Sammy though. No mention of her, not a whisper, no idea. The rest of the year he would make utterly delulu live streams, continuing to defend himself from the Facebook messages controversy. His confidence was streaming ever-changing stories as if people won't catch it or remember is truly incredible, considering people would and did record his live streams. One of which he used polishing his banister to his friend Kat as a defense for how it wasn't him in the messages and he's not a pred because he likes adult women, right?
So it's completely gone now. It's not gonna happen anymore. So that's good. So let my friend Kat know that, and I wanna be honest about something. Not that long ago, okay, I had a picture of Cat Catastrophe in my phone, and not that long ago, I was kind of jerking off to it a little. I don't care if you let her know about that. She already knows I like her that way, so.
Not creepy at all, right? I'm sure Kat was flattered.
I don't wish to be associated with Brandon Brootal at all.
Be close to being a stalker because I'm going crazy because of how
he has allegations against him for being a child predator after falling for some bait online.
Buddy, I'm making this video because someone tricked my friend Cadis into not being friends with me anymore. They tricked her into thinking I'm a when I'm not.
Screenshots of him talking to the alleged minor began to circulate the internet. Meanwhile, my information was within these screenshots. These were the same screenshots being used for other influencers and people online to tell their friends and tell their audiences about what he had done.
Say, where are you from? He said, me and my friend Kat are about the only seen people around.
My name and my information is being put out there under a negative light for something that I'm not involved in and I never asked to be involved in. After the allegations were publicized and I blocked Brandon, he went live walking down a street that I recognize in our city. He claims to be looking for me, saying that if he just knew where I lived, he would show up at my front door.
I walk up straight to the door if I could, but yeah, I don't know where that is, so.
He's also telling his viewers to reach out to me for him and to get me to talk to him. After the live ended, he went on Facebook making a post saying, "My fists know no gender." Wonder what that was about. I've been in contact with the police, and I really thought that all this stuff would eventually die down and the internet would move past it, but he has been continually talking about me in his videos.
I had a picture of Cat Catastrophe in my phone, and not that long ago, I was kind of jerking off to it a little.
Meanwhile, my information is still being spread around the internet. The point of this video was to just clear up any confusion and to publicly state that I am not associated with him and I want no part in this. This is harassment and I'm working to put a stop to it. Thank you guys so much for watching this and understanding.
Things aren't looking good for our emo pickle. He has his teenager fashion, teenager attraction, teenager hobbies and personality, but what about other aspects of his life? Job? House? Anything else an adult would partake in? Well, you've guessed it. He's jobless and lives with his parents in their home. Shocker! I don't know the specifics, but it is really like he aged to 15 and just stopped. He has pics of him too in his like genuine teenage years in like 2008 or whatever, still rocking his emo vibes. How does this happen? Like genuinely, how did the rest of the world move on without this guy? Regardless, he's rocking the teenage maturity and emotional intelligence today.
Oh, nothing. I'm trying to go to sleep. I'm trying to get ready for bed.
That's why you're talking?
No, I'm
I
just...
heard you in my fucking room.
No, I'm trying to get ready for bed and you're interrupting me.
Interrupting for go to bed? Dude, what I come here for? I'm in my room. My TV full blast and I hear you.
Yeah, I want to go to bed.
And so you were going to bed, and so you gotta talk to yourself before you go to bed? We're gonna talk about it, man. You gotta stop talking. You gotta you fucking I'm Broly! Hit me, come on, hit me. You're out here. Good. Hit me, motherfucker. Hit me. Hit me. Hit your dad. Motherfucker. Ha! He's nothing. You wanna fuck your dad? Fuck me. Come on, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. You go to bed? Get the fuck out of here.
No, you interrupted my life.
Get the fuck.
No.
I have. Get up to this person.
Yeah.
Shut up, fucking ass. Fuck up in here. I can't take it anymore. I can't hear you go to bed. I think you shut the fuck up. So I said done. You start arguing with me. You start fucking some shit.
Yeah, because people watching
You
my
know what?
video.
Give a fuck about you. Fuck you and your video. Motherfucker. I'm Broly. You're on medicine. You're on medicine. You're out of here. 4 days. Get the fuck in your room. Get in here.
I'm not taking medicine because it shuts down my second
Get
life.
the fuck out of here. Then you get the fuck out of here. Your phone's turned off tomorrow. You're done. Good night.
Well, I'm gonna steal from people to pay the phone bill.
In case you missed that, while getting into it with his dad, Bro says, and I quote, "I'm Broly. His power level is over 9,000. His dad better watch out. Don't want Brandon to accidentally go plus ultra on him. What a winner. Absolute cinema." He would keep defending his honor of totally only enjoying big-breasted women with bulletproof evidence such as "I only like photos of adult women," and saying on a sus TikTok live. You know what, actually, I'm not gonna say it. I'm gonna let him say it.
And people who sing I like kids, let me get this straight. A 15-year-old is not a kid. A 15-year-old is a teenager. And I'm not into teenagers either.
He outs himself by saying,
You can't say someone's into kids when they were asking nudes from a teenager.
which I don't think he realizes tells us that a hacker didn't ask, he asks. Otherwise, why would any of that even matter? He's so beyond butthurt, it's wild. His online shenanigans would catch up with him IRL, with him getting harassed by people because he lived close to an elementary school. Bro would mope and complain that he used to be able to walk past the school without issue, but since the controversy, he gets heckled. This would live in his mind rent-free, with him yapping about it on live streams for the next couple days. A user would capture and re-upload a clip of one of his lives threatening to pew-pew up the school, for lack of a better term, which according to Brandon was just a super haha funny comedy joke. Well, the FBI didn't find that so funny, which led to a warrant for his arrest being issued. This would result in another period of absence from our emo pickle king, with online fans and trolls correctly assuming that he was arrested. It was confirmed on February 15th. He would remain quiet until August of the same year in 2024, where he would come back with fresh new accounts and pick up his antics again, except better. This era I refer to lovingly as his crash out era, where he would upload the most awesome videos. I think I'll shut up and let him do the talking because his videos really speak for themselves.
Women thinking I'm into kids just turns women off. And it makes me lose so many chances with women. Arrgh. I don't want to become violent to where I get violent towards a woman when I get rejected, because like that's just not me. But being rejected as much as I get rejected, man, like, fuck. There's incels. Complete ugly incels who are complete assholes who can get more adult women than me, than I ever could. You know why? Because no one thinks they're into minors. All the adult women don't want to date me because they think I'm into kids. This is some bullshit. I hit on adult women. You should see my comment history, you know? If you saw my porn history, you would know I'm not into kids. You would know I'm definitely not into kids if you saw my porn history. If you come up to me and talk to me and spend time with me and get to know me personally, you see I'm a cool guy. I might not seem cool right now because I'm a little upset, but that's because I am upset. But whatever. Chances with women are just down the drain. I'm not gonna let me seeing my chances with adult women go down the drain bother me. Because if it bothers me, then I'm letting that psycho lady that made all that stuff happen win. I'm letting her win. I'm not gonna let that psycho win. I'm still gonna find the right woman to date and to marry and grow old with. I consistently feel the conviction from God to remove the nudes I got from women on my phone, because he says to me that you have absolutely no excuse, and being single is not an excuse. So I don't know. I can't. It's like, it's just, some things are really hard to repent from, you know?
Alright, I want to be honest with everyone. I never said that a 15-year-old wasn't a kid and that they're a teenager. I never said that in my life. 15-year-olds are babies, okay? I'm very tempted to become like Elliot Rodger and just go somewhere where there's a bunch of women and start them up. I know that's not Christian, but I'm being driven to that by how many adult women reject me. Me being only interested in adult women, the adult women all rejecting me at once, like what the fuck? It's okay to be rejected by a lot of women, but I'm being rejected by all the adult women. So that's a bullshit, like all of them.
I'm an awesome guy. I'm a pretty cool guy. I deserve a woman, okay? Like, if you ever met me and you spent time with me, oh, only if you're an adult woman I will let you. Like, if you're an adult woman, you like met me, spent time with me, and really got to know me, you would fucking get attached to me just like that. Boom. I'm trying to be Christian right now, but I'm angry and mad at the fact adult women are rejecting me like crazy. I deserve love. I deserve the right woman to marry and go old with. Women have no fucking right to reject me just because they think I deal with kids. I'm not attracted to minors.
Some things haven't changed, like his ultimate quest for an emo girlfriend, but some things have changed, just a smidgen. He now thinks he has the right, since being jailed for 6 months, to harm people. Bro is in his full supreme gentleman phase, which definitely is going to get more adult women running to date him. Nothing is more attractive than a mentally unstable sociopath. If you saw my brief stream on this guy, you may unfortunately remember this next part. If you aren't familiar, I am so sorry in advance. I guess he's been chatting up girls online, and one girl leaked a couple of voice messages from him that really paints his riz in the light it deserves.
Hey, pretty lady. Yeah, I know, I sent a voice message to your other friend, hitting on her. The thing is, I'm very well that this shit is all creepy. But I really don't care because you both think I'm a kid dealer, so you can't break what's already broken. So anyway, yeah, I was looking at your TikTok videos, and I saw one video where you had no makeup on, You look cute. You look so damn adorable. Just want to snuggle you. Make you my snuggle kitten. I'm sorry. I'm getting really creepy. But anyway, yeah, I was looking in her eyes and it made me feel shit. It made me feel like a lot of warm, fuzzy, blissful shit. And then I started having fantasies of like holding you close and snuggling you and just being with you and putting a ring on you. Balls, but I fall in love with women really fast, okay? I'm trying not to because, but anyway, I'm gonna look emo again once I get my shit. Once my dad picks up my band shirts and my ex, Sammy, gets my eyeliner, black hair dye, my black nail polish, door dashed to my room on either Tuesday or Wednesday, then I'll be happier and looking the emo way I usually look. But yeah, so like I'm honest when I say I'm not a kid diddler. I'm not a kid diddler. I'm not into minors. I just love adult women. Usually women covered with tattoos, because if you look at my like videos, you're gonna see a lot of women covered with tattoos, okay? Now my dad, he's the opposite. He thinks tattoos on women are trashy. I think it's hot, but anyway, yeah. So I am very much being honest. I don't deal with kids. I don't stalk women. You may think I do because I'm making these creepy voice messages, but like I said, you can't break something that's already broken. You already think of me as a kid diddler, so it doesn't matter if you think I'm a creep too. So whatever. So yeah. Come on. You're pretty, lady. You're really pretty. I wish I could talk to you and get to know you. And you'd be my snuggle kitten and we could just snuggle and hold hands. I'm being really fucking creepy. But whatever. I gotta go. Yeah, and again, I'm not a kid diddler. I'm gonna get a little revenge on you for thinking I'm a kid diddler. So I'm gonna talk mushy to you. I'm like, you know what? You're cute and you're adorable and I want to snuggle you. I want to hold your hand and give you snuggles. I want you to be my snuggle kitten. We can just snuggle and hug and I can hold your hands and I can kiss you and say I love you. Well, that's what you get from think I'm a kid diddler.
Discord kitten out. In the ripe year of 2025, we got snuggle kittens, baby. If he doesn't call me a snuggle kitten, I don't want it. He would somehow get kicked out of the hotel he was staying in and take on living at a gas station somehow. No idea how. He would make another live yapping about an ex of his who beat her ex-boyfriend and him expressing his desires to be beat or something. I don't know, man. Live your life. I'm not gonna kink shame, but he would disappear from the internet yet again. This time, he's yet again been arrested with the most incredible mugshot I've ever seen in my entire life. I can't even think of words to describe this. It is genuinely incredible. I've never seen someone so angry. His mouth is closed for the first time I've ever seen. He's got caked on spit on the corners of his mouth for some reason, an angry squint. I cannot put it into words. It's magical. Contorted horse pickle man mugshot will live on as a masterpiece for all time. This was August 27th of last year, with his sentencing scheduled for May of this year, 2025. In his court docs, he could be released early on house arrest if certain conditions were met, including no internet access, which I suspect is the reason he was arrested again. Considering his Elliot Rodger threats, thank God. From what I understand, this is the last update on him, beyond some court petition for him to get appointed an adult guardian. It's been a wild but slightly entertaining story of how one fella can take what could have been a cringe but wholesome legacy into something, well, tell me how you would describe this. How would you categorize the vibes of this guy? Let me know in the comments. Thank you everybody for watching. Sorry to keep you all waiting for a long time, but videos are coming back. I promise. I think I will start with this one and upload some previous ones after. So if some things may be a little dated, or you might even see my old model. You know, I've got to bring back the oldie but goldie art features. And be sure to join the Discord and post into the art features channel to have your art be featured on a video in the future. I think I will change the rules and not require links anymore, so your pictures will be posted with your Discord name as the credit if you don't specify otherwise. Join our Discord server and link in the description to have your art featured in a feature video too. Or join to make weird but fun friends, get art resources or updates. I've now changed things so that you can get pinged for uploads or the live streams, neither or both. So if you are a video enjoyer but not a live stream enjoyer and want to get updates, that's something you can do. Follow me on my thingy, my doodles, or don't, that's up to you. Thanks again everybody, be good. Bye.